Welcome. If you're feeling any kind of anxiety, any distress, any fear, you know what? You are in the right place because right now I want to talk to you about anxiety. What exactly is anxiety? So, all of us, have an alarm system, kind of alarm system, so you can understand better what I'm going to say, which is a natural response from our bodies when we see fear or danger, and that activates. But the problem is with anxiety disorder, this alarm system overreacts constantly, every day, all the time mostly. And you know what? There isn't even fear around. It's just our body, for some things or triggers or whatever is the situation, it brings you that fear that there's danger, and you block your sense, like they stop, they are not working, and then in your mind you feel like well, there's a danger situation, so your response to fight, flight or freeze response is there. But the thing is, it's very constant, and it triggers also getting worse and worse with panic attacks, because it starts maybe just anxiety until it goes severe. In my case, in my experience, I felt I was anxious a bit more than normal. I didn't really pay attention too much until actually it was quite high, and it triggered panic attacks. So I don't know what's your situation. I don't know what's the level of anxiety, but if you feel like it's overreacting and you feel fear in constant situations, you know, even with me going to the park, I used to have fear. I used to have fear of being claustrophobic when I was like walking around trees, for example. That environment that kind of is like a room that you don't see the oxygen, you don't see the light. So you feel like claustrophobic, you feel like there's lack of oxygen, and that triggers panic attacks. So I had a phase going through that. Oh, in many other things, I'm telling you. I can bring all these situations, like going inside a vehicle, a train, a bus, a car, it was triggering as well for me, because I used to feel a lack of oxygen, and I kind of get paralyzed. I lose my senses and I get a panic attack. Well, I used to get. So thanks God for that. Because even though I didn't like to go through that, I know I became a better person. I know God worked on me. And I know I see things differently now. I see things with more meaning. So I want you to know that your hardship, whatever you're facing, anxiety, depression, because many times they also are connected. I just want you to know that try think that could be for a good reason. It could be because God's working on you. So He can bring you to where He wants you to be, to live His plans for your life. So, talking about a little bit of anxiety response, the fear. I know with me, as I mentioned before, my videos was the origin of my anxiety was because when I was a child, I didn't have a happy childhood, and I had a lot of traumas. And growing up as an adult, I faced other natural problems, natural traumas, I mean. And there are other things that I could also share in different videos. If you keep following me for more information about that, I will reveal after some time. It's hard as well for me to speak about things that cause me trauma. And that's why I did a lot of journaling while I was in my healing process. So I advise you to share things with somebody, and if you don't want to, grab a journal, whatever journal it is. I've got journals as well that I created, is on my Amazon. There's a link in my bio. I create journals because I want to motivate you to write down, because keeping everything for you inside of you, just gonna get worse because your body is weak. It can't tolerate too much. It's overwhelming. It's distress. Is things that are not good. So everything that's negative is just too much for your body. So don't give your body that pressure. You need to start let it go and start searching for things that make you feel good. In this process of my journey, this healing process, helped me so much doing handmade jewelry, but you can do other things that you think you are good at. And if you're not good at, go to YouTube and learn, because I learned how to do handmade jewelry watching videos, YouTube videos. In YouTube you can learn so many things. So I learned many techniques. I learned so many things that turned into jewelry. That made me feel good. That was my therapy. So find something that you really enjoy, and please find time, because we don't want excuses of there's no time. Life is so busy, but which is true. But you've got to think about yourself. If you're not okay with yourself, you can't be okay to nobody else. And sometimes you've got children. Sometimes you've got elderly to look after. I don't know what is your situation, but you have to look after yourself. And took me time to understand that, until I saw anxiety starting, going to my son, and he had nothing to do with it. It's just the fact that he looked at me, he saw fear in my face in a regular basis, and that's an energy that he was transferring to him, and he started having fear as well. But you know what, my son, he has a brilliant childhood. He's loved. He's so spoiled. He's my only, child. So as you can see, he lacks no love, and that was the thing in my childhood I didn't have. I didn't have love from my parents because they didn't know how to show affection. I didn't know how to show love. So, and as we had a lot of brothers and sisters, I felt like as well I was neglected. So, with some other reasons as well. But today, when I look back, if I didn't go through what I went through with anxiety, I wouldn't be a better person today. I'm not saying I'm better than you. I'm not better than you. I'm not better than anybody. But if I wanted to trust God, I have to allow Him to work on me, even to destroy me, to destroy the heart of stone that is not supposed to be here if I want to follow Christ. And this is my main goal. My goal is I wanted to be okay with anxiety, but I didn't want to lose my salvation. That's why I came to Christ for help. I want you to know that I'm sorry about the noises. The noise is my husband, not my husband. My husband's at work. It's my neighbors doing the garden, and there's noise. So sorry about that. So that got me distracted. So that's the things. If you are like me, get distracted very easily, well, join the club. Let's join this community of anxious hearts, of imperfection that made us perfected in trusting God, because He is the one who can work on us daily by daily, glory by glory, until the coming of Christ. And I want this platform to be a place where we can also talk about God, not just anxiety, because I'm telling you the truth, God, if He's not in our lives, what good is to have a life? So think about it. Sometimes it's better even we face the anxiety and do not lose our salvation, because salvation is the priority when it comes to following Jesus Christ. And as a follower of Jesus Christ, I want that for my life. I've got struggles. I ask Him to face them with me, but if it's His will to give me struggles just to keep my faith and my salvation, let it be, because the more important is our salvation in the Lord Jesus Christ. And if you like to know a little bit more about myself, I wrote an ebook about my experience of this journey of anxiety, my healing process. It's called From Trials to Testimony. There's too much noise. That's annoying me. So if you also like me, any little noise annoys you, yeah, I'm not good with noise. That really disturbs me. I'm a person that likes to be in a quiet place, silent in silence. I like nature. I don't like city. Maybe I'm weird, but that's me. And if you are weird, stay with me because we can build this community. And maybe perhaps I can change the title someday as weird community, depending on God for healing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because that helps me to reach more souls out there. All good things are from God. So we seek God for all things and above everything else. Yeah, I think I said too much now. See you around.